eyes to what is possible. Back home, I have the, reality. But here in Dallas, I have the opportunity to be in my imagination, like literally 24/7.
I really missed the part of the feminine energy and the part of this spiritual connection, and everything since then. I just love doing what I do.
It's amazing when I join the group and the embodiment sessions, the study groups, the people you meet, the books, the understanding of the laws of nature and I am and how ease and flow come together when you are you. When I pull in my spirituality, my knowledge, my trading, when it all comes together, I never knew how to make it fit, but it fits. It fits because it's me.
Hello, this is Marlies Hazelaar, and I wanted to come on to explain for me the reason why I entered Diamond Academy. Yeah, things are starting to come to me with ease. I just realized it. Since I am open to receive, I'm not pushing harder, I'm not grinding or hustling, I'm just open to receive. Things start to come to me with ease.
You know, it's good. It's really, it's an amazing feeling to feel like you're connecting back into yourself again, and everybody's different, but everybody's the same. So it's just, it's really, really good.
With mindfulness, it's like saying, okay, do I want to do this thing afraid? Or do I want to do this thing confidently? Like, it's so beautiful. This is what I mean. Mindfulness is going into situations with the choice to choose the experience that you're going to have.
How can you impact more people? Through unlocking your true potential. Everything starts from within you and expands outside. Anywhere you are on this planet, there is a law of cause and effect. Your reality that you live in today, the life you live, was caused by you. So the ability to accept recognition, to be grateful for what you've done, to be able to say, yes, I did that. I worked on that. I made a difference. That's how we come together and we make a difference in a more powerful way.
Honestly, I have felt a lot of freedom and felt just amazing being able to be here with so many like-minded women and men. It has been an experience I will never forget.
I've sat down and talked with Kathleen one-on-one over coffee or over breakfast multiple times, and it's so fun, and we're healing, we're expanding, we're rising, and we're having fun in the luxury of life. And I'm super grateful for Kathleen for hosting this retreat, offering her wisdom, offering her experience for us, and I'll definitely be back.
This has totally changed me, this program, and I said, I have to help others. I have to teach others this. By changing my life, look at the ripple effect and what it's done for my family and my friends and everyone that I am in contact with every single day. Modern Mentor, opened me up to this world of, oh my gosh, I can do this. Thank you, Kathleen, for everything you've done.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thanks to Kathleen and thanks to her programs.
So this is the ladder of belief that I help people to climb. We're going to start you where you're at, and we are going to love you where you are at. We are going to embrace it. We are going to be grateful for it. And then we are going to shift up. And then we are going to shift up. And then we are going to shift up. So it is a continual process of adjustment and readjustment and really, really understanding yourself.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 of Open to Receive. I'm just changing this so I can see you all. Welcome back, everybody. We had a beautiful, beautiful day yesterday. And in the Manifested with Kathleen Cameron Facebook group, I asked the question, okay, guys, what are you asking for? What are you open to receive? That was the embodiment practice that I asked all of you to do. And I got so many responses to that post. I can't read them all, but I wanted to read a couple of things that people are open to receive so that you can see just how specific people are being. Oh, see, I just had it open and I closed it. Hold on, let me, here we go. Okay. So generational wealth, health, my business, to thrive beyond my imagination, my family and friends, and soul searching. I'm open to receive my dream farm and retreat and my perfect for me man. An overwhelming love for myself, an overwhelming love for my family, freedom to be able to get what I want when I want, freedom to vacation anywhere at any time, freedom to express myself fully, amazing, easygoing clients that want to work with me so that we can get them ridiculous results. I love that. Overflowing confidence in myself, an overflowing bank account, freedom of time, a free schedule, a freedom to purchase the car I want without hesitation. These are so beautiful. Peace, love, and romance, and feeling fully supported by the universe. To be able to do what I want, need to do when I want, need to do it. Financial freedom, health, wealth, joy, freedom, abundance, constant flow of prosperity each and every day, health, wealth, and freedom. Like, these are so good. Beautiful, beautiful things. So what's really, really fun about that is now you're setting the stage for where you want to direct source energy towards. And without having that awareness and that understanding of what you desire, you're in a place where you're not even thinking about that. You're thinking about the lack of that. So I can't afford it. I don't have enough money. There's no good men out there. I'm unhealthy. My body hurts. I can't lose weight, blah, blah, etc. And I'm saying blah, blah, etc. not to diminish that. I have been someone that thought that way my entire life. I'm saying blah, blah, etc. because I want you to realize that you can easily shift that language and your life will completely change. But you can't be okay with using that language anymore. You can't be okay with talking to yourself like that. When I hear somebody say something negative about themselves, I am so used to positive self-talk that as soon as I hear it, I am like, oh, don't do that. It creates. You know, and like, I can't imagine speaking to myself in that way anymore. So I'm like, oh, we were at the spa and this woman said something, I can't remember, but she called herself a stupid woman. And I was like, oh, you're not stupid. And she was like, well, no, I know. And I'm like, but no, you don't know. You didn't even know you were calling yourself a stupid woman. And you didn't even know what that's actually doing to manifest and create outside of yourself. So this is why I wanted to shift the focus over to what am I actually asking for? What do I actually want for my life? And then this is where you've got to go in and you've got to change it because nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else. And the really fun thing about all of this is that your outside world will start to change, but not until your inner world has changed. So how do you know the outside is going to change? Because you feel it. You feel different. So if you're going to tell me you don't feel any different, you haven't changed anything in your self-talk, in the vibration that you're holding every single day, or in the actions that you are or aren't taking, right? So the really, really cool thing is the more you guys get to know yourselves, the more you're going to be able to pivot the way in which you speak to yourself, which is going to change everything. So today we've only got 2 hours and we have a lot to go over today. So I just want to give you a brief little synopsis on what we're going to do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the concepts I didn't get to yesterday. So I want to talk about what it means to be going upstream versus downstream, what it means to force something versus to allow it to come to you, and then what it means to touch lightly versus grip tightly. These are concepts that have changed my entire reality. Incredibly so. And so I want to talk about those things. We're also going to do a beautiful interview. So Kaylee is going to interview Rustin and talk about his journey and how he's been shifting. And then I'm going to talk about what's going on at Diamond Academy. So we have a lot more men on our calls, which is fantastic. We have a lot of spouses and husbands and best friends that want to learn more about Diamond Academy. We aren't just for women. We tend to draw in a lot of that feminine energy, but we also have a lot of male clients, and a lot of my one-on-one clients over the years have been men who wish to achieve faster without doing more. So allowing them to tap into spirit and to tap into the forces of attraction and things like that. So the second half of today, we're going to talk about what we have open at Diamond Academy, update on retreats, and then we're going to talk about what we have coming for men starting the second week of July. So stay tuned, and I will talk about some of that. If you have questions, I know so many questions are asked in the chat, and they're so good, and I want to answer them. But what I would suggest is send your questions into my team, and I will do a separate Q&A either on YouTube or on Instagram, where I will answer any missed questions related to how to be open to receive on either YouTube or on Instagram. Probably next week, maybe once I'm in California. So I'll commit to answering those questions if you'll commit to sending them into the team. How does that sound? Okay, good. I want to talk about being open to receive in terms of asking for help. So many of us believe that in order to achieve that, we need to do it on our own. We need to get it all done. And some of us, it comes from a feeling that I can't ask for help because that's weakness. That's vulnerability. But some of you don't want to ask for help because you think you do it best. And if somebody else comes to help you, then it's not going to get done the way you do it. So you might have some control issues. So what I really, really want us to consider then is asking for help or allowing yourself to receive help something that would benefit you in your life? So in this world and in this current paradigm we live in, it's this whole, I got this, I can do this, I'm a boss, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I don't need anybody, I can get it done myself energy. And what ends up happening there is that you end up taking on way more than you need to, and you're not going to move further along in life unless you're willing to allow yourself to be open to receive. I think about little things. So hiring someone to come and clean your house, right? So if you're somebody that has a business that you're running, and then you have kids and you have a house to take care of, and then you have like this gym that you go to 5 days a week, and you're focused on your health and all these things, you're piling on all the things that you need to do when you could hire someone, right, to come in and clean your house, to relieve you of that duty, to give you peace of mind, extra time, rest and relaxation. And then guess what'll happen? Your business will start to thrive. Why? Because you're not in the hustle, you're not in the grind, you're now moving into the ease and flow, accepting, receiving support. And the really, really cool thing about that is it might cost you $200 a week for someone to clean your house. And if you are a business owner, I can almost guarantee you $200 a week will come back to you within your business because you're open to receive. Now, if you do it in this energy of I can't, I shouldn't, it's too expensive, I can't afford it, I don't have the money, you're in a red light, you're not open to receive, you're actually still just in the lack and the limitation. I had my first $1 million month when I hired a nanny. Next month was my first $1 million month. And I could have hired a nanny sooner, but there was something in me that was like, oh, we'll do it later. Well, yeah, we'll find a nanny later. Oh gosh. So as soon as I did that, boom. And it's not like she took a lot of responsibilities off me. She did, but my girls were fairly independent. They weren't 2 and 4 anymore. They were, I think, 6 and 8 or 7 and 9. But it gave us peace of mind. It made us feel calm. It allowed me to go and spend more time on me. I am my biggest investment. I am the cause to my effect. So to be open to receive, to allow others support is not weakness. It is actually strength. It is actually strength. There are so many communities around the world where a child is not raised by its parents. It's raised by a community. It's raised by a community of people. Isn't that beautiful? So when that child grows up and it's like, oh yeah, I had a great mom and a dad and a grandma and an auntie and a cousin and yada, yada, yada. That's like my second mom, my third mom, my fourth mom. But in order for us to accept the belief that that is available to us, we've got to let some of the things within us go. So the believing that you have to do it all, that it has to be perfect, that nobody can help you, that you have to control it, etc., etc. So oftentimes in my one-on-one coaching containers, these people that hire me to coach them privately are multi-millionaires. Some have built $60 million businesses. And here I am telling them to go hire somebody to take over for them. Hire somebody to go help you with this. Go find somebody to support you here. Because I know if they're going to get to the 100 million, 200 million, billion-dollar business, they cannot be in the weeds as much. And then the beautiful thing, when I'm with my daughters, I am with them. I am present. I'm not doing 1,000 other things. I am with them. And they feel that from me when we are together. So asking for help or receiving help is going to be part of your homework today. I want every single one of you to go out and ask for someone to help you with something, or to notice when someone offers you help, that you say, yes, I would love to take that help. Thank you. And really ask somebody to do something that you normally do. Please don't go ask somebody to do something that they do anyways. You're bypassing the whole point of this entire embodiment practice, is to allow yourself to be open to receive support. The other thing that I've noticed as well is the community that we've created here. And I mean the community that is present, not necessarily in the paid programs, but just in general. So there is a community now on YouTube. There's a community on my Instagram. There's a community in Facebook. The Manifested with Kathleen Cameron Facebook has almost 22,000 people in it. And so these are communities, social communities, where everyone is following me and Diamond Academy. Why? Because they want to better themselves, right? And so we have a beautiful community available to support you. But yet many of you will never come onto a live. You will never comment in the chat of one of the lives if you are on. Some of you will never respond to any of my team's emails and say, yes, I'd love to learn more. You'll not respond. And then some of you will just avoid the heck out of us. Why is that? Why are you avoiding us when we're offering you support? We have our hand out literally saying, we can support you and we can assist you. And, I remember one day I got a message in one of my DMs, and this woman had been following me for a very, very long time. And she said, Kathleen, I am ready. It makes me nervous, but I'm ready to speak to a member of your team. And she said, I've received emails from them. I think they've even left me a text message, and I avoid them because I'm avoiding what's within. And she said, I'm ready to go. And I said, oh, okay, well, just respond to their email. And she's like, no, but I had to tell you because I knew if I told you I was ready, then I would be accountable. And, and you'd come back to me and ask me, I don't think I ever went back, but she ended up joining the Millionaire Program. But this is what I mean. Like, are you open to receive the support that's available to you all around you? Or are you someone that wants to keep it at a distance, keep it away, and not available and not possible? And anybody that believes they don't have the time and they don't have the money to be able to invest in themselves and grow, I would venture to say we can support you in that, because we want to change that. We want to change that for you. We don't want you to stay in that reality. And so many times my team will support you and show you how to manifest that money. And then next thing you know, your life is completely changed and completely different. So I want you to trust, allow, respond, answer the call, and be open to receive. But I want to talk a little bit about this idea of going upstream versus downstream. So in my life, I have always been a driven woman and a hard worker. Okay. So I learned how to work hard. I have two incredibly hardworking parents, and they taught me that, you wake up every day, you do what you're meant to do, you clean the house, you do the dishes, you go to work, you take care of your lawn, your beautiful garden, all the things my parents taught me. But what they didn't know was that you didn't have to work that hard, that we could have actually enjoyed a little bit more out of life and really manifested more with less hard work and more effortless inspired action, let's say. Remember, effortless is not no effort, it's just less effort. So as a hard-working woman, I had 2 babies at home, had a full-time job in healthcare in an executive position, was finishing a master's degree, and decided to start an online business. Wow, Kathleen, like I had enough time for that in my life. I have no idea how I did that, but I did. I piled it all on. And I thought that I needed to be doing more in order to be more. So I could say, okay, world, look at me. I've got 2 kids at home. I have a full-time job. Now I have a master's degree, and now I have a business. I'm a boss. I'm a boss chick, a boss lady, whatever this language is that we use these days, about the feminine and really stepping into that. And so what I really was doing was seeking the external validation of being worthy, being good enough by doing more. And we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to wear a badge that says, I really earned this. Life was really hard for me, and now I've overcome it, and now look at me go, I'm so amazing. I actually want to sit here and tell you that I absolutely love my life. I sat there last night and I watched a beautiful movie with Reagan. We watched Wedding Crashers, and I didn't look at my phone one time while we watched the movie, and we cuddled up in the bed so beautifully. Do you think Kathleen from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, what was it, 4 years ago? 5 years ago. Do you think that I was sitting there watching a movie with my daughter, being present with her for 2.5 hours? Oh no. I was on my phone sending messages, pretending to be there with her, but not actually being there with her. So no, I don't have the online business anymore. I'm not with network marketing at all anymore, no. Now it's Diamond Academy, Kathleen Cameron. I think I actually have 4 companies now. Oh, I just invested in a 5th. Yeah, so anyways, and I'm not doing much in any of the other ones, so let's just say that. But I'm trying to get a message across because so many of us want to be superheroes and we want to do all the things, but it is an old pattern and an old program that says that you have to work really hard to achieve anything. And I want to show you that it doesn't have to be that way. What was so cool is somebody messaged me yesterday and they said, wow, Kathleen, like I started thinking about what you were saying yesterday. I started thinking about it last night, and I got clients come in easily and effortlessly. And she's like, normally I have to go find a client. She's like, a client came to me for the first time in my business. Interesting. So if you're used to having to go out and find your clients, that's just a pattern in a program. So you'll continue to express yourself in that way, and you will never be open to receive your clients to come in, to allow them to come in. So this is what I mean by upstream, downstream, forcing versus allowing, right? So when you're going down a river and you're going downstream, it's a beautiful analogy. I've heard Esther Hicks channel Abraham through this analogy, and I haven't listened too much, but if you think about going downstream and you're going with the flow of life and with the flow of the river, you don't even need your paddles. You literally just sit in the boat and let it take you. And then you have the paddles for the moments where you're about to go in a wrong direction or turn or something and you need it, you use it. But most of us are using our paddles and we're trying to go the other way upstream. We're literally like going against the water, trying to get back to where we started. And you're not allowing yourself to go with the flow, right? So, Jessica, most people are paddling upstream. True story, girl. So this is where I don't want you to get caught up in going the other way. Like, let's not go the other way. So Garrett asked, can you use your paddles to go even faster? Hey, if you're in a beautiful flow state and you're going with the flow of life and you're happy and you love it and you feel like you want to use those paddles again and go even faster, go ahead. But that's taking inspired action to do so, not because you think you need to. So if you're in the boat and it's going downstream and you're like, oh, this isn't fast enough, this sucks, I need to do it faster, you're still in lack and limitation, you're still in the gap. So I want every single action that you take to come from that feeling of it's all working out, it's all coming together, it's all allowing, look at this is fun, I love it, and let's move. So that's a beautiful analogy. But the other piece is the forcing versus the allowing, right? So what does it mean to allow things to come to you versus forcing them to happen, forcing them to make them happen? So many people will ask me, Kathleen, how did you build a business like this? How did you do this? Tell me, I want to know. What was step one? Who did you hire first? Who did you hire second? What's the way you do this and do that? And then what was the next step? And how much money do you spend on this? And how many ads did you run? And they want to know the how, the step-by-step how. The very asking of that question comes from force. It comes from a mechanical action. It comes from a desire to push instead of allowing the answers to come to you. So I had no idea how to run a coaching business. I had no idea how to sell high-ticket coaching programs, executive level programs to people that I'd never met before. I had no idea how to do marketing and send out emails. I had no idea how to have a learning management system and a library where the courses are held. Like none of this, right? So what did I do instead? I let the how come to me along the way. So I had somebody wanting to sign up for my course and my program before I even had a Stripe account. Like I didn't even know how to let them pay me. I was like, oh, you want to pay me? Okay, I better Google this. So I started looking and Googling, how do I accept payment from someone that wants to pay me for a service? And I used PayPal at first and learned that PayPal isn't necessarily conducive to my business. So we used something else. So the beautiful thing is I let myself figure it out along the way and be in that flow state. And I listened to urges and to nudges, and I listened to what was coming to me. You know, even the song I'm going to play you guys today, at the end of the day, that came to me last night while I was on TikTok looking for another TikTok. I was looking for something that I'd shared with somebody the other day, and I was looking through, scrolling through, and this other TikTok came on of a woman like playing in the middle of a street, and she was playing this song. And I went, that's what I'm supposed to play today. Versus going to Spotify and looking through all the songs, trying to find the right song that fits the moment. See the difference? One is looking for it, trying to find it, and then the other one is allowing it to come to me. Allowing it to come to me. So there's nothing wrong with going and researching and learning and stuff. But if you notice that that is your dominant pattern and program, you will find that you are not listening to your intuition. You're not paying attention to the nudges and the urges, and you're not allowing it to come to you. Do you want to know one of the most common answers? So we send out a message to people that follow me on Instagram, and we say, thank you so much for the follow. How did you find me? And part of that is I want to thank people. I want to be in gratitude for every single follow that I get on Instagram. But the other reason why we ask that question is because I'm very curious to know what was the way in which you came across me. You know what the most common answer is? Synchronicity. God put you in front of me. Source energy connected me to you. Like that is by far the most common thing that I see now. And so when people say something like that, what are they saying? That they're aware of the synchronicities, they're aware of the nudges, they're aware of the urges, they're aware that they called me in. They're aware that they were looking for something, and then God was like, oh, here. And it's probably not just me, it's probably multiple people that help to fulfill whatever it is in them that they're searching for, looking for. So it's so beautiful when you can actually allow yourself to notice that and pay attention to that. The other thing is another act that I'm going to share with you guys right now is somebody mentioned this book to me this morning. They told me they're reading this book. And I was like, I'm supposed to read my favorite part of this book to them this morning. You wouldn't have said that to me this morning if I wasn't supposed to hear it, and know that this part of this book, which is my favorite, is supposed to be read to these people this morning on Zoom and on YouTube. So this is how much I pay attention to what's happening around me, and knowing that I'm being spoken to in every single moment and led along a path that I'm just allowing myself to take. So Florence Scovel Shinn, and I always mess up the title, but guess what? It's right here. The Game of Life and How to Play It. I can't mess it up today. I love this. And this has so much to do with being open to receive. Okay? So much to do with being open to receive. Words and thoughts are a tremendous vibratory force, ever molding man's bodies and affairs. There is a supply for every single demand, but you must act in perfect faith. You must act in perfect faith. So how do you act in perfect faith? The how in you is going to be like, okay, what does that mean? You must act as if you had already received it. As if you had already received it. So let's go back to going upstream versus forcing versus gripping something really tightly. So if you already believe you have it and you're acting in the faith that it is already done, would you force it as much as you are? Would you try to make it happen as much as you are? Would you be seeking outside of you? Would you be hustling? Would you be grinding? Would you be staying up till midnight at night every single night? No. You would be taking inspired action from the belief that it is already done. It is already complete. So I want to make sure we understand, though, that we are not saying that you're not taking action. So I don't sit here every day and be like, okay, it's all done. The millions of people that I meant to help, it's already done. I've already helped them. They're all already here. So I'm just going to go on a vacation for the next 25 years and never do another free masterclass, never post a YouTube video again. No, that's not what we're saying. But if I believe that I am meant to serve millions of people through this work, then I take inspired action to speak to the millions of people on my platforms in the energy of a woman who is serving a million people. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, where's all the million people? I don't see them. They're not here. I don't have a million subscribers. I don't have a million followers. I don't have a million views on any of my videos. It's not here. Where is it? Let's make more YouTube. Let's hustle. Let's grind. Let's go. No. I have the faith and the confidence that the more content I put out, the more I show up in this vibration, this energy of perfect faith, that the millions of people will come. And I'm not tied to when and how, but I just know that it will come. So can you imagine what that feels like for me to run a business every day? I know what it feels like to run a business from lack and limitation. I know what it feels like to run a business that you don't feel like you're doing enough. I know what it feels like to run a business that you think, I'm not making enough money. This isn't working. Why isn't this growing? I know how that feels. But you're paying attention to circumstance. And then you're acting from circumstance. So what do you have perfect faith in? That your business isn't growing. Your business isn't doing well. You have faith that it's not coming together. And so you act upon that. So what would you do if you knew that finding us was the catalyst to quantum leaping your life? Avoid us? Hop off the Zoom? Never come, never learn, never do anything? No. You would follow the intuitive hits and the nudges to come onto this, and then probably to stay within our energy if you feel so called to. and to know that the outcome will be what it is. One of the funnest things is people say, oh, I'm going to be one of your interviews on one of these live events, Kathleen. And then what happens? They end up being on here saying, I manifested this, because they acted in the assumption that it was already done, which then called the experience in for them. That's being open to receive. So planning for your manifestations. I was saying this the other day, planning for your manifestations, and I was talking so fast that I said planifestations. I'm planifesting, but planning for your manifestations. So what that means is that you're going to ask yourself, how can I be open to receive? And I'm going to plan for the receiving. So I have a course called Modern Mentor, which is specifically for leaders in the coaching and the consulting space. And one of the things that I really teach in Modern Mentor is don't plan a business for the number of clients that you have right now. You must plan your business for the number of students you desire to have in your business, for the number of clients that you want to have. I did this when I first started in this material. I was in network marketing and I was building a team. And so one of the things that I did was, every time I recruited somebody to join my team, so they joined my business opportunity, I sent them a beautiful little gift with a card saying, welcome to my team. And so I wanted to bring a person into my business every single day, one a day, which would have been 30 in a month. So I went out and I bought 30 little gifts and cards. I planned for the manifestation. But then you also got to plan for it in your thinking, right? So from there on, I was like, oh man, I'm so glad I'm bringing 30 people into my business every single month. I am a very, very powerful recruiter. I am so good at leading a team. Look at me go, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So this is where you are open to receive by some of the actions that you take. We will also celebrate for our manifestations before they've shown up in the 3D observed world, right? So last month, I said, this is our biggest month in Diamond Academy history. So I celebrated it at the beginning of the month. Not at the end, at the beginning, because I wanted to call it in. But if you are too attached to your outcome, you won't do that. Well, no, I can't celebrate it now because what if it doesn't happen? That's not perfect faith. That is not perfect faith. That is perfect doubt. So if you want to go on that vacation, you want to manifest a certain amount of money to go on your vacation, what am I going to tell you to do? Put it in the calendar and book the flights. Put it on a credit card. And you'll be like, what? All vacations are booked on a credit card. But for some reason, it's like, but I don't have it. You don't have to have it. You have to book the trip and the money will come for you to be able to take the trip. We see this over and over and over and over and over again. It's very, very powerful. But see how it's the upstream versus the downstream. So when you're going upstream, you're like, oh no, but I can't go get myself this. I can't book this trip. I can't do this in my business. I can't until. And when you're in that energy of until, it's because you're not in the perfect faith that it's on its way. If you absolutely knew without a shadow of a doubt, what would your energy be? What would your energy be? Right? So when you know you're going on a vacation, what do? You pack your bags and you sit in excitement for the vacation, right? Just do that. If you don't want to book the flights, if that's too stressful for you, just pack your bags. That's telling the universe, I'm going on a trip. You're acting the assumption that the trip is complete. So pack your bags, put it in your calendar, choose which flights that you're going to be on. But the more you act in faith, the more likely it's going to happen. So that's why booking the flight, do refundable. It's not a big deal. but for whatever reason, we think it's a big deal, which means we're not in perfect faith. So there's a lot of opportunity to act in faith. So being open to receive then has a lot to do with faith, doesn't it? Going upstream versus downstream, forcing versus allowing, touching lightly, gripping tightly. So gripping tightly, that is how the majority of people are when it comes to a manifestation. So when I meet people, they're holding on to their manifestation like this. It's like, I want this, I need this. I am not going to be the productive member of society until I have it. I'm not going to be successful until I accomplish it. I'm not going to be able to tell the world how great I am until I do this thing. I'm not going to be worthy until. And so we're gripping it really, really tightly. And when you grip something really tightly, what's your body like? Your shoulders are tense. You might have a headache, tension in your neck. Your muscles are actively engaged. Your nervous system will be in fight or flight. There's likely going to be some anxiety, worry, doubt, etc., etc. So what I want you to do is to touch it lightly. Touch it lightly. Don't grip it tightly, but touch it lightly. So when you touch it lightly, what does that feel like? Like going downstream. I'm going to go with the flow. It's a preference, not a requirement. A whole bunch of you are requiring things. You're requiring it. And it could be for validation. It could be for feelings of worthiness. It could be for self-love. It could be because you were taught to stress out. You were taught to worry. But you don't have to worry. You don't have to. There are people that are in similar situations to where you are, and they're just like, whatever, no big deal, go with the flow. Everything's working out in my favor. And then there's other people that are completely panicked in this tense, tight worry mode. What if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if people don't like me? What if I don't have the money? What if I don't have the time? What if I fail? What if I screw up? And then I'm over here going, well, nothing can hurt me. Nothing can hurt me. I am an eternal soul. So worst case scenario, my ego gets a little bruised. I can deal with that. I know how to control her. So now I've moved into this state of like, I'm not afraid of anything. Nothing can hurt me. So what if I just start to think about how it could all happen instead? What if I can allow myself to dream again? I lay in bed every single night and I make up little dreams in my head. I used to do this as a teenager all the time. I would make up a little dream about the boy at school liking me and asking me out. You know, what it would be like for him to like hold my hand at school. I used to make up little dreams like that in my head at night. And then I stopped doing that. I became an adult and it turned into stressing about what I have to do the next day, what bills I have to pay, how I didn't eat well today, how big my body is. And I started laying in bed at night thinking about all the things in my life that were going wrong, that weren't working out, that were bad, especially Sunday nights. Going to bed on a Sunday night, I had this anxious pit in my stomach, this heaviness, because I had to go to work the next day. And that was a place that I didn't love to be. It didn't bring me joy. It wasn't my passion and my purpose. I just didn't realize what it was. So now there's no Sunday nights anymore. Every night is like incredible. And I've returned back to dreaming. As I lay in bed at night and I'm drifting off to sleep and I go into those theta brainwaves, I am in la la land making up little dreams about all the things that could go right in my life and all the magic that could be brought to me at any moment. and replaying some of the things that I'm so grateful for. That simple shift. Imagine how you wake up in the morning, what energy you wake up the next morning in. If you go to bed dreaming versus if you go to bed worrying, right? Yeah. I always say I'm in la la land, Lee. I'm off in la la land, which is now my real life. So la la land becomes the reality of your life when you believe in it and you have faith in it. So in order for you to touch lightly, you have to let your grip go. You have to let your grip go. And you have to choose just to have faith. Decision making is one of the easiest things I do in my business now. I make decisions all day long, but it wasn't always easy. Because I didn't trust myself, because I didn't trust my intuition, because I didn't trust in anything outside of myself, it felt like decision making was hard and it was heavy. And what if I make the wrong decision? Oh no. So what do we do when we are in that place where we could make the wrong decision? We write out the pros and cons of each decision. But what I didn't know back then is there is only pros if I only see pros. If I don't even give the cons life, they won't happen. So that's why, like, I'm a best case scenario girl. So what could go right? What could go right? We create from our thoughts. We create from our assumptions. The universe responds to you. Source energy responds to you. So when you say, I'm going to make this decision and this is going to be the outcome, you're saying, source energy, follow my lead. I'm going to go first. You're going to come with me and we're going to do this and this is going to be the outcome. So that's why decision making for me now is so easy, because I recognize that I determine the outcome of the decision that I'm going to make. So I'm not going to make a decision to do something because I think it's a good idea. I'm going to make a decision to do something because I want to. I want to. So because I want to, I'm then like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? Yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's go. Let's make a decision. We just made a decision probably like 3 weeks ago now to invest the biggest amount of money that we have ever invested in. Ever, ever, ever. One big investment into something. And in that moment, I noticed what was happening. Do I believe in the investment opportunity? Yes. Do I believe that I can create any outcome because I'm the creator of my reality? Yes. So what's the discomfort? It's just a larger sum of money than I've ever invested before. That's it. So because I made it that simple and I made it that easy, then I know, well, I'm just going to make this decision. And then guess what? I'm going to grow and expand and become another version of myself that's going to be able to make an investment twice as big. I've probably invested maybe $700,000-800,000 in my own personal growth and development in courses and programs. Like a woman who truly did not even believe that she was worthy of nothing. Invested probably 7, maybe 8, I don't know. I'm constantly taking courses and programs and having coaches, constant. 700 to 800, yeah. I'm going to say it's probably within that range now. So what am I telling the universe? I am worth it. But if you can't even make a decision to invest in yourself more than you've ever invested in yourself before, then what is the message that you're sending? I'm afraid, this decision is hard, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, etc., etc., etc. So I make a decision and then I choose what the outcome of that decision is, and then it makes the decision easy. And it can be that easy. You've just been programmed to think that it has to be really hard. Is it going to be thrilling? Is it going to be exciting? Is it going to give you those butterflies, that discomfort? Absolutely. But it was this energy, like Chris and I, when we made this really big investment a few weeks ago, it was this energy of like, wow, we just stepped up. We just did it. We just did the thing. So it was this discomfort in the amount, but we know the outcome. We believe in it wholeheartedly. And mark my words, this is going to be the biggest manifestation that I have ever had. Biggest, biggest, biggest. I can't wait to share it. My prediction, I'm going to 10x that investment real fast. Real fast. So this is truly now about playing with what I believe, just at higher numbers. So when I was manifesting at the start of my business, the numbers I was working with were like thousands of dollars. Now we're talking millions of dollars. So this is the way in which I can embody this material even further, what I am now throwing out. But I have to prove that I believe this. And I 100% do believe this. So I hope that's proof to you guys that I act on what I'm teaching every single day, and I do the hard, uncomfortable things every single day. It's a house in Malibu on the beach. No, it's not a property. It's not a physical thing. It's not a physical thing. Anyways, you guys, it's so good. You just wait. I'll tell you, but just not yet. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss. I've become good at not stressing, but my husband's stress energy takes over sometimes. Be the light. The other thing is I don't believe that anybody's stressed energy can impact me. I'm a vault. I am like, you can't get in here, man. You can't affect me. So I believe that you can't penetrate. I'm also an empath, right? So I identify with being an empath. And I thought that meant I had to take on everybody's energy. Oh, I'm an empath. I take it on. Nope. I changed my definition of empath and what that means for me. So I'm an empath. I can notice your energy. I can feel it, but I don't absorb it. It's yours. I let it be yours. I don't let it be mine. I just changed my belief. So I don't know. That might work for you. But give it a try. Give it a try. Okay, I want to get us over to talking to Kaylee and Rustin, because I think this is going to be helpful. And I love that we have the masculine energy coming on to share. This is so good. Okay, Kales is there. Where's Rustin? Hello, Rustin. How are you?
How you doing, Kathleen? I am amazing. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. We missed you at Manifest Toronto.
Yes, I had some family coming in, and I said, no, thanks. I'm going to give that seat to somebody else. I really appreciate the offer, but my wife was able to make it and was able to share. And I'm telling you, her ascension after that was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, she got on that mic and she shared, Amber did. She was so she stepped into her power. So I can't wait to hear about this, but I'll come back at the end. I'm going to be listening, but I'll pop back in at the end, but I'll let Kaylee guide you along sharing your story. Okay, Rustin?
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God. Hi. This is so exciting.
Hi, Kaylee. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you, Rustin?
Again, I am absolutely phenomenal.
Okay, so let's get into this because this is so good. Can you share with everyone where you were before you started the program and even our first phone call, which I remember so clearly?
Yes, I will definitely share that. Okay, so a lot like Kathleen's story, I pretty much thought that everything had to be hard. Everything had to be hard. And that's where I was at. Everything was hard. I had to work hard. I had to, family was hard. Coming through the door was hard. Seeing clutter, doing all kinds of different stuff. Like, I have to do it. I have to do it. And is driven by 1,000 forms of fear constantly. About everything in my life, whether it was to spend money was a fearful thing. Seeing people was a fearful thing. Getting on camera was a fearful thing. And yes, I did manifest this interview, by the way. I know Kathleen talked about that, but I did. You and I talked about that too.
As we did on our phone call the very first time we chatted.
That's right. I'm going to be interviewed, and this is exactly what happened. But that's the touching lightly and not gripping tightly, right? Just kept working on myself until it definitely manifested itself. So here we are. But yeah, the fear was the biggest part. Going to work, Kathleen actually touched on it. Going to work even after a vacation of spending like a week somewhere else, on that Sunday, driving back, I was the most angry person you ever met. I did not want to be there. I was already there. Driving in the car, I was already manifesting how my Monday was going to be. And it was a Monday. It was horrible. It was tough. It was, grinding. And yeah, that didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. Kathleen was, I brought her into my energy through my wife, actually. I heard her listening to this woman on YouTube talking, and she goes, "You got to hear this lady." And I was like, "Oh, okay." We listened to Tony Robbins and, Joe Dispenza and, all these other, people, and they didn't really resonate with me. And then I started listening to Kathleen, and I was like, wow, I want to feel like that. I want to be in that energy. I want to be there doing that. I want things to come with ease and flow. I've been working so hard my entire life, and I've always believed that is not what I was supposed to be doing. That's not the way things are supposed to be, because I'm stressing myself out. My kids see it. I don't spend time with them because I'm just constantly moving. Mm. And so when I heard her speak, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but she talked about if you believed that everything was going to work out, why wouldn't you just leave your job today? And that was the turning point. That, no joke, was the turning point. And I said, I believe it. I believe it. And so it was like this 2-week thing of no, don't do it, right? Oh, no, but I believe. And then the human comes in and goes, no, you don't. I go, yeah, yes, I do. And then you keep listening, and it's stepping into your millionaire self, the person that is in there. It's plucked from the realm of infinite possibility. And I plucked my millionaire self out, and I said, this is who I'm going to be from this point forward. I am no longer going to be that angry, nutted up person that people look at and go, what's his problem? Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave them with increase. I'm going to cry when I need to cry. I'm going to feel what I need to feel, because I bottled all those things up, because that was the fear. You couldn't see me cry. You couldn't see me be phased whatsoever. I was the hardened individual that was, had all these different walls up, all these different layers. And so when I made that decision, instantly a wall came down and things started to pour into my life.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I remember when we first started, our first phone call, and I remember those first few days after we talked about you coming into Millionaire, and we talked about you leaving your job. And I remember texting you being like, did you quit your job yet? Did you quit your job yet? Did you quit your job? Yeah. Because you had these beautiful dreams for yourself and having your own business, right? But you were still at your other job. So this is so it's so good. I kind of want to share, because some people know you and Amber, but some people that are on here are new. So Rustin is actually doing the program with his wife, Amber, who is phenomenal. And so I would love just kind of your perspective on what are the benefits of doing the program with your spouse or your partner?
Oh, 100%. It changes the dynamic. Like it is, I'm getting like chills because her and I going through the program, even though, we have these separate journeys, we are able to come together and just create things in a really powerful way. And when our humans come out, it's usually not at the same time, but we have these tools that the Diamond Academy has given us to help each other. Oh, what is your limiting belief with that? Oh, honey, I think we're getting a little off here. Let's reel it back. What would you love to see? What would you love to? That's like the thing around our house. What would you love to see?
Yes.
And it propels us forward even faster. A lot of people have mentioned it, through a lot of these embodiment calls, like, oh my God, you guys are ascending so fast. And I'm like, well, that's because I have basically an accountability partner in my home. I have other ones, in the program as well, but it keeps me straight. It keeps me straight. When I'm not in that moment, she takes me to my end goal. The why. Why are you doing it, honey? Ah, that's right. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. And we high five and we freaking get on it.
I love this. This is so special. I love the two of you so much. So since you enrolled in Millionaire, how do you feel like, I know both of your lives, you guys are so amazing in our Facebook group. I want you to share kind of like, what are some of the big things that have changed for your life since coming into the program? I mean, you've just made it pretty clear, like your life is so different and it is amazing. But just for anyone out there that's like afraid to take the leap, or like they want it, but they're living in fear, like where you were, like, what would you tell them?
I've given many thoughts on that question. What I could say to somebody that is living in fear, that is hesitating, is that your intuition is already talking to you. If you're already thinking about it, that nudge that you are having, it is an already done deal on the other side of that fear. When you walk through it, you will be propelled into something that you could only imagine. And I say that because it is already in your imagination. You just haven't quite accepted it yet. That fear, is it serving you? Is it holding you back? And only you can answer this, and your intuition will be your guide with that. But is it holding you back? Right? And that's where I came to the realization that it was holding me back. That fear 100% was holding me from being the most ascended self that I could possibly be. And so I walked through the fear, and guess what? Pure beauty and bliss is on the other side. 100%. You can talk to me after this. I will give you the whole story. The whole story. And I knew my intuition was speaking to me because Kaylee, I wasn't signed up yet. I'm out on the lake and I'm an avid fisherman. I absolutely love bass fishing. And I'm out on the lake and I'm not catching anything. I'm getting feeling a certain way about it, right? But I'm still loving being out in nature. And she calls me, and the instant that she calls me, that I look down, I catch the biggest bass of the day. Like instantly, the bass jumps out of the water. I look down, I go, oh, it's Kaylee. Boom, just ate the lure. And I was like, and I'm trying to talk to her on the phone, and I'm reeling it in, and I'm like, oh.
And I'm like, you're so welcome.
I was so excited. I said, this is my sign. This is my intuition. And from that point forward, I walked in faith that no matter what was coming, it was going to be the best version of myself, the best life I could possibly think of, the best of everything is coming.
And I would love to share too that, like, Amber, your wife, like, I'm your manifestation mentor, but your wife had a completely different manifestation mentor. And so, you know, you and I were kind of like on our merry journey for you, and she was on her merry journey for her. And like the way that the two of you manifested doing this together, like, is so beautiful and powerful. So, thank you so much for sharing everything. Like, everyone needs to message Russ, and his full backstory is like, your story is unbelievable. You come from so much and working so hard, and I'm so proud of everything that you've already accomplished so far. Like, it's only been a few months, and like, you and Amber are completely different. It's so beautiful to see. What is next for you guys?
Next for us. So we manifested a trip to the Bahamas. 100%. We are going to the Bahamas on Monday. So yeah, it's, but being out of the, well, besides me, I've been out of the country many times, but my family has been wanting to leave the country and just go experience something, and we're doing that on Monday, and it is absolutely beautiful. Business itself, running my own business, I have launched something that I've been wanting to launch for a long time, and have completely manifested it into existence through that inspired action that Kathleen talks about, right? Getting inspired, getting in spirit, and making it happen. I don't even know how it happened. I literally just launched it, and I was like, it's ready to launch. Wait a minute. Well, good thing I recorded that, because I didn't even remember doing any of the tasks. It came so easy and free.
Oh my God.
So it's ascending. Everything is ascending, and there is no ceiling. When I do feel a ceiling, I go, what is that? You know, let's just punch through that. Let's just, let's break that down. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh my God, I love this. This is so good. And are you excited about the men's embodiment that's coming up?
I am super excited. I've had some talks with Josh, and with Robert, and with Tommy. Not so much Eric or Chris, or any some of the other men in there. But I mean, there are amazing men in this program already, and I can't wait just to be in that energy, and to feel that. It is
So excited.
When I heard it was coming out, I was like, let's go. Yeah. How can I be of service in this? How can I help somebody get to this point?
Yes, that's so good. That's so good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rustin. This has been amazing. Yay, Kathleen's back.
Yay.
Hello. Oh, I just loved hearing that. I wrote something down that you said. You were driven by thousands of forms of fear. I think that is so profound, and so many people are going to resonate with the way you put that, because we have been taught to be in that place, and to actually be driven by fear is a way of living. It's a state of being, and the way you express that's so powerful. So what are you driven by now?
Pure faith and love. Pure faith and love. Everything I do is faith and love. And to the men out there that think that is weak, I have to tell you, you are 100% wrong. It is the most powerful place that you could possibly be.
Yeah.
I'm going to get all emotional, because that is the feeling of everything that I do, is pure love, gratitude, faith, that knowing that you are the strongest person that you've ever been, knowing that everything that you do is turning out to the best possible scenario.
Aww. So beautiful, Rustin. So beautiful. You're going to love the embodiment sessions. What we're actually doing, I'm going to talk a little bit about Millionaire and all the things, but the men's embodiment session is actually going to be embodiment sessions run within the Millionaire program that will be ran by and attended by men only. So sorry, ladies, you're not allowed on the men's embodiment calls. But the reason is that one of the ways for men to express their vulnerability and to move into love and to feel their emotions and express their emotions. The research is showing that they feel more comfortable doing so within an environment of other men. So this is why we want to create that environment, to be able to tap into some of the feminine, not female, but feminine qualities of this work, the faith, the love, the reprogramming the subconscious mind, the surrender, the meditation, the manifestation, the spiritual work. All of that can be done in a really safe place for men where they do feel supported and heard and understood. So we have a beautiful curriculum of embodiment sessions, and it will be Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting the week of July 7th. It's the second week of July is when they will officially start. So can't wait to have you on there. You're going to be a great addition to it, and I think all the men on that call are going to absolutely love it. So thank you for sharing, Rustin. I'm so grateful. Give Amber a big hug for me. And I can't wait to see you guys continue to soar. I'm going to be watching.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Hey, thank you, Kaylee. Thank you so much, Kaylee, for interviewing Rustin. So how do we feel about doing a visualization? Do we want to do a guided visualization right now? Does that feel good? We're running out of time a little bit, but I do want to do one if you feel really called to do it. Yeah? Okay. So I will guide it. It'll be about 4.5 minutes. I want you to turn your cameras off if you can. Turn your phone over so that you're not checking it. Don't check your email. Don't do any of that. I want you to be here with us. I want to show you how powerful going into your imagination can be and is. And I want you to allow yourself to feel all the emotions associated with where I'm going to guide you through. We've had this really interesting theme the past 2 days around living from a place of fear and then living from a place of faith. So I'm going to guide you through a visualization just intuitively around kind of those concepts and allowing you to let some of that fear go. So I don't like to have anything crossed. I don't like to cross my legs or cross my arms. I like to sit nice and comfortably, my palms always facing up. I want to be in receiving mode. I want energy to be able to flow to and through me. So we will get this music started, and here we go. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath in and release. And focus on those breaths. And as you're focusing on those breaths, I want you to notice where you feel fear in your body. Do you feel it in your jaw? In your shoulders? In your back? In your solar plexus? Does it hold in your legs or in your feet? And now when you are exhaling with every breath, I want you to let that fear go. Exhale that fear right out with your breath. So every breath you take in, I want you to feel the faith. I want you to breathe in love and then let that fear go with every exhale. Deep breath in and out. Now I want you to go to a place in your life where you are your most confident, your most successful, your most powerful. You decided what you wanted, you went for it, and it is now here. Your entire life has changed. Your dreams are coming true before your eyes. You're so grateful for it all. What is different in your life in this moment?
How are your relationships? How is your finances? How is your health? And how does it feel to have it all? And I want you to find a mirror on the wall and walk over to that mirror in your mind and look at yourself. What do you see in the mirror? This is your highest self. Everything you wanted is here. You love yourself. You have absolute faith that everything is working out. As you look at yourself in this mirror, I want you to notice, is there any fear in you? This is the feeling of fear being gone and being replaced by faith. Allow yourself to feel the feeling of being so sure of who you are, of where you're going, and your ability to change your own life. And bring yourself back. How do we feel? Put it in the chat, please. If you're on YouTube, put it in the YouTube chat too. Let me know how you're feeling. Visualization is one of the most powerful acts of allowing yourself to access a state of being that you otherwise wouldn't be in without the use of your imagination. And you can access a new state of being at any time. And we can do it in a matter of 4.5 minutes. I think that was 4.5 minutes with some light, beautiful music. So you can move yourself into that state at any time. And then when you start acting from this state, your life will change. But what you will notice is we showed you 2 examples. And I don't know what Katie was going to share yesterday, and I didn't know what Rustin was going to share today. But both of those examples showed you a place that they were before, a state of being that was so engulfed by fear that they had no idea how to get out of it. And now sitting here telling you how different they are in this moment. And this wasn't done simply by a 5-minute visualization. This was a permanent shift in vibration, a permanent shift in the frequency of vibration they're operating on. And these are permanent results related to reprogramming the subconscious mind. This is the work that we do. So you've just experienced and you've just accessed that really quickly in 4 minutes, but they literally, in a matter of months and years, Katie's, it's been about 3 years, has done that now, and it's permanently new versions of themselves going forward. And it doesn't mean that the old fear is never, ever going to come back. So for Rustin to say, it'll never be here, I'll never feel fear again in my life, it's not according to universal law. But he has the tools now, the ability, the resilience to be like, no, I'm going back, which is really beautiful and really powerful. So I would love to share a little bit of information about what's going on at Diamond Academy with all of you today. We might go a few minutes over, but that is okay if we do. I'm not working out with Eric till 1 o'clock, so I can go a little bit over today if we have to. But I want to share some of the updates and the exciting things that are happening with us in our world. And if you are somebody that is feeling like, okay, I would love to stay in this energy, I would love to actually be a part of the community, I'd actually love to learn more, I really do want to be supported, and I really do want to be able to receive help, then this is an opportunity for you to do so. So I have a beautiful offer that I want to share. I'm going to talk a little bit about the men's embodiment. I'm going to share with you about some retreats coming up as well. So
Stay tuned. I'm also going to be spending a little bit of time in the Miami area. So if anybody is in the Miami area and you might want to come and see me, I might have an opportunity for you to do that too. So stay tuned and watch my Instagram for that, please. So when you think about whether you want to continue on with us in this energy or not, I would love for you to let me know which program you feel would resonate a little bit more, and I can share more on that program for you. I can talk about both programs, but I want to know if you want to know a little bit more about the Millionaire program or about the Modern Mentor program. And once you let me know that in the chat, then I can give you a little bit more information. Okay, House of Manifestation, Millionaire. Okay, perfect. The beautiful thing about what we're doing right now is we've opened enrollment officially today. We had someone sign up for Millionaire yesterday, I believe. A couple people signed up for Millionaire this week and Modern Mentor. So we've had people that are already ready to go. So welcome and congrats. But what we've decided to do is we've decided to have a beautiful offer right now for Millionaire that coincides with the launch of our men's embodiment. So the Millionaire program has 3 facets to it. Well, actually Modern Mentor does too. All of my courses tend to have this. But the Millionaire program that I have created has 3 facets. And these 3 facets are what make it so powerful and transformational. So the first facet is that there is an actual course and a program that you go through. So Millionaire is 12 weeks, which means it's 12 lessons. And you go through each of those lessons with a workbook, and it's transformative, and it's a blueprint and a roadmap for reprogramming your identity and your subconscious mind. It is a healing program. That is the best way to describe it. You will heal so many of the things that you believe to be true right now, some of the past things that have happened, to be able to ascend yourself into that elevated and empowered version. So yes, we are going to look forward, but we are going to take a look back for a little bit to be able to heal from some of the things that are tying you down and not letting you be so light, not letting you bounce back. So the Millionaire program, that's the first thing. Then I have, no, I do not facilitate, coach, or teach any Bob Proctor material any longer. Everything that we teach and use here at Diamond Academy is a Diamond Academy product. It's from me. So it's Kathleen Cameron. So the Millionaire program is my course, my intellectual property. So the course itself is 12 weeks. And then you have access to my live teachings once a week. So I come on and I teach weekly a very, very powerful lesson related to something that is either not in the Millionaire course, an expanded version of the Millionaire course, or a more in-depth conversation around a topic that source will tell me is needed to be discussed. So 2 weeks ago, I just knew without a shadow of a doubt that I'm meant to be teaching about fear. So I did a lesson on fear that was very, very powerful. So you have the 12-week course, you have access to my teachings for 6 months, and you also have access to embodiment sessions with my team for 6 months as well. So what I want you to do is go through the course for 12 weeks, then spend another 12 weeks with my teaching and my team's embodiment sessions so that you can actually put this into your body. It is integration and embodiment. This isn't about just like going high vibe for a little while. Like, we're going to grow and we're going to execute. And so it's 6 months with a course, my teachings, and embodiment sessions with my team. So we run embodiment sessions, I think 5 or 6 days a week. I can't remember. I know we just made a change. But those embodiment sessions, 6 days a week. So those embodiment sessions are general admission, which just means they're for anyone and everyone in the Millionaire program. They're not designed for a certain gender or race or anything like that. They're literally for everyone and anyone. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding a 7th embodiment session to the curriculum that is going to be specifically created for men. And that will be Tuesdays at 1:00 p.m. And I am adding 6 different lessons in the curriculum for the embodiment sessions. So what I have found through coaching men is that there are different ways of manifesting and different considerations
than what women have. So for example, for men, emotional regulation is very important because men have been taught through time not to feel. Big boys don't cry. You've got to suppress, you got to push it away. You can't show your emotion, don't feel anything. So we're going to add a embodiment session as part of the curriculum so men can safely share and tap into and regulate their emotions. Manifestation is an emotional game. When we talk about vibration, we're talking about feeling. So men that aren't allowing themselves to tap into the feeling of who they are manifesting through sheer masculine energy, hard work, hustle, and grind. So when I get one of those men and I start teaching them how to tap into their emotions and feel a certain way, they're like, wow. The best testimonial I ever got from one of my one-on-one clients, a man, he said, you know what, Kathleen, I had my biggest month in business history. It was $1 million a month. And he said, and I did it with spending time with my son every day at 3 p.m. Done for the day, spent the night with my son. That's how this material works. So things like emotional regulation, we're going to talk about grounded masculinity. We are going to talk about being a leader and a provider and what that means for men and how they can maintain that leadership and provider energy, but not being so far into the masculine. So anyway, so that's a little bit about the men's embodiment. So what I've decided to do for everyone that wants to enroll in Millionaire, we're going to do $1,000 off of the Millionaire program right now, the payment plan and the pay in full option. So that's for anyone that enrolls in the Millionaire program, regardless of which stream you go. If it's a men's embodiment stream or the regular stream, it does not matter. So that is going to start officially right now. Last time I did this live event, Manifestation Meets Business, it was so beautiful. I did this thing where at the last 30 minutes of the call, if you sign up for a course or a program in these 30 minutes, you get a gift. And everybody loved it. We had like 17 people sign up in like 30 minutes because they wanted the free gift. So I'm going to do that again right now. So if you do decide that you want to enroll and you do it in between now and the next 30 minutes, I'm going to send you a gift. I'm actually going to send you a gift that I've given my team that nobody else has access to. So like no other students, it's not for sale, nothing like that. So we're going to put the link in the comment box here, in the chat box. I also got a private message, and I think this is such a good question because there's so much power in being honest about how you're feeling and what you're nervous about. So this person said, I want to join, but I have trouble with opening up to strangers. Beautiful. So the reason I'm saying that's beautiful is because it's such a beautiful act of self-awareness, right? And so what you can notice in that duality of that statement, I want to join, but I have trouble opening up to strangers. So what the next step is to look at that and go, so what would my life be like if I did open up to strangers? Or what would my life be like if I was a little bit more comfortable opening up to strangers? What would it be like to trust people more? And so if you allow yourself to tap into the possibility of that, the discussion says, I want to join. Historically, I've had trouble opening up to strangers, but I'm open to be able to do that. I'm open to being able to change the dialogue around the pattern in the program that is rooted in my subconscious. And so what I'm going to tell you to do, and this is where the discomfort is so let's open up to a stranger then. You don't have to fully tell your life story, but book in a call, chat with somebody about you, let them know something, and you will start to see that opening up to a stranger isn't actually that scary if you trust and have faith that you're doing it for your own personal benefit. I get on here and I open up to all you strangers. I tell you all about my life and all the ways I used to feel and the struggles and all that kind of stuff, because I've gotten to a place where it feels safe for me to do so within myself. It's not like the world's telling me it's safe and I'm looking to the world to prove to me the safety of it. I know for me, it's safe for me to do so because I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with my emotions. I'm comfortable with my vulnerability. And I'm okay with sharing now because of the greater good of all. So that's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yep, the links are just in the comments too. Yeah, I think we've posted it. Yes, we have. Okay, so I'm getting some private. Where's the link? Where's the link? You got it. Don't worry. We're posting it here. You can also reach out to your manifestation mentor as well, to be able to send you the link to sign up as well. And then what's the difference between Millionaire and Modern Mentor? That's one of the questions here. So the Millionaire program is for everyone and anyone in any space. So if you are somebody that owns your own business, or you have a traditional career in the corporate world, or you are an entrepreneur, we have entrepreneurships. So the members of my team are entrepreneurs, which means they aren't full-time employees of Diamond Academy. They're actually running their own businesses alongside my business. So perhaps that's the way in which you are running yours. So what I will say though is Millionaires for everyone, but Modern Mentor is more for coaches and consultants and leaders in the space. So if you are a health coach, a fitness coach, a manifestation coach, a business coach, if you are somebody that consults other businesses to help them to 10x their results, if you are in any way in a mentorship capacity, then Modern Mentor would be for you. It's 8 manifestation lessons that are a higher level. So they aren't basic, I will just say that. And so that is the manifestation lessons, and there's 8 business lessons. So I've gotten kind of good at selling courses and programs, branding myself on social media, building a social media following, all of those things, sales, etc. So Modern Mentor has a whole facet. There's a business planning clinic as part of Modern Mentor, and we help you to tweak the things that you do from the open to receive state, from the magnetic energy, and to be able to use some of the strategies that I've used in my business to help me step up into that next level. Absolutely. So it's very, very powerful. Okay, let me see what other questions I had in here. There's a lot in this comment box. What about House of Manifestation? So House of Manifestation is a community. So it is a entry-level community into Diamond Academy. So House of Manifestation has 6 pillars. So manifestation is a lifestyle. It's not something that you learn to do right now in a 6-month course and then stop doing it and go back to the way you were before. It's actually adopting a new lifestyle and way of living. So House of Manifestation is a community. I think there's almost 400 people in there. And House of Manifestation is geared towards the 6 pillars. Oh, 500 people in there. Okay. It's geared towards the 6 pillars of manifestation. So the self, understanding and knowing yourself, money and business, health and wellness, relationships and love, fashion and beauty, and spirituality. So we have guest speakers in House of Manifestation every single week that teach on these topics. We also have a monthly challenge, and Shannon runs a matcha chat, which is a networking event, and we have a reading group. And Deborah's running her Money is God in Action challenge right now. I think she's a couple weeks in. So House of Manifestation is entry level. It's $197 a month, or you can pay in full and save $365. But it is not a course or a program. I just want to make that super clear. So there's no embodiment sessions with my team. There's 1 live teaching with me a month, but not weekly. And there is no course, like a 6-month course to reprogram the subconscious mind. So for many, it's a good entry level in, and we have a lot of people move up into Millionaire. But if you're ready for a transformation and you're ready to quantum leap your life, then get into Millionaire. You'll get House of Manifestation with it. But get into Millionaire. Millionaire is everyone that we talk to on the calls is the Millionaire program or the Modern Mentor program. Would you recommend having completed Millionaire prior to joining Modern Mentor? I would say no, Melissa. So if you are feeling the call to move into the Modern Mentor program as well, you can do it in adjunct to Millionaire and you'll see synergies, but Modern Mentor will take you to that next level of awareness, especially if you're a mentor in the space. So if you're someone that's teaching manifestation or mindset principles in any way, it's going to quantum leap you up.
So I would say if you feel the call to add it, we do have a combo price. So we have people who will do a combination of both programs at one time. They'll start Millionaire first and then they'll move over into Modern Mentor. So if you feel the call, then you can absolutely do it. Can you tell us about Miami? So Miami, I will be going to Miami for a few weeks in July, and I will have there might be an opportunity to come and mastermind with me for a day and potentially to go out on a yacht with me. That'll be likely $7,500 USD to spend the day or 2 days with me. I'm just working on the cost and the price. So if you want to do that, please reach out to my team so that they can get you on the list so we can start moving that energy. So we'll mastermind for probably 3 to 4 hours. We will go for dinner. We will likely go out on a yacht. And then I also, we'll probably go to a Miami Pro League game. So it'll be a good couple of days. We're going to have some fun. What if you work and you can't be on the weekly calls? We have several people, Judy, that have been in our courses and programs who have full-time jobs who aren't on my live calls in person, but they watch the replays. And so if you believe that you will be just as successful, then that's what your outcome will be. So it's all a belief system, but it's actually what I'm saying on the calls and the embodiment of what I've said. That is the important part, right? That's the important part. Sign me up for Miami. Oh, Mendez. Right? Are you far from Miami? I don't know if you are. Have I ever been to Vietnam? No, I've never been to Vietnam. All of the courses you guys were all asking me to, are they just in English? Right now, they are just in English. We are talking about adding some Spanish to Millionaire, Spanish language to Millionaire, but not just yet. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. Do you come to UK sometimes? I won't be doing anything in UK. Nope. Yeah. Okay, let me see what else. You had more questions in here. People are asking Rustin about his boat. All right, we're distracted. Does Millionaire have a start date? Marty, today. Today is the start date. Why wait till tomorrow, right? Live retreat for 2025. Yes, there will be a retreat in 2025. It will be early in the year, February or March. And we will start filling up for that retreat later this fall. So if you're interested in the retreat, I would reach out to a member of my team and get your name on a waiting list for the retreat. And the location, I'm not even going to say because I might change it. Some people get hooked on a location, but it's got to be really luxurious. It's got to be high end because when you come to a Rise retreat with me, you're tapping into the next level version of yourself that's up here. So we need the surroundings to be up here. So it's not going to be rustic. It's going to be luxurious. The last one was in Anguilla at a Four Seasons resort. Phenomenal. Sadly, I have to get off, but I have questions for Kathleen and our coaches. There's no tomorrow. Today's the last day. The event is today and tomorrow, Stephanie, but you can send the questions into the team. That's not a problem. A side note question. What was the first coaching program Kathleen started offer? How much was that offer? The first offer that I ever sold was for $6,250. And I sold 10 of those offers in my first month. And those people quantum leaped their life alongside me. It was fun. It was during COVID. Okay, any other questions? I answered that one. I answered that one. Here's the thing with investing in yourself. So when I invested in myself for the first time, I didn't have the money. And so I don't make a decision based on if the outside world tells me I can. I make a decision based on what I want, and then the outside world will respond to that. So remember what I said about being open to receive and making decisions from a different place and a different identity. So if the decision is, I would love to take a Millionaire, okay, that's a decision. The next question is, do I have the money to be able to pay for it? Most people are like, do I have the money to pay for it? Then I'll decide if I want to do it. That's not how I make decisions anymore. Because I understand my power. I understand creating demand. I understand what it means to ask for something and then for the resources and the means to be able to do it come to me. So instead it's, would I love to take the Millionaire program? And I separate myself from the amount that it would cost.
Would I love to be in this energy? Would I love to learn with these people? Would I love to stay on? Yes, I would. So then it's like, universe, I'm open to receive that. I'm asking for that. I would love that. What we see time and time again is people will say that that's it. I'm taking it. I'm in the program. It's already done. And then the money will come. It will show up for them. You might have to look at all the ways that it can come. Like, listen to Katie, right? Like when Katie was talking yesterday, she was saying like the money was there, but I didn't think it was there because I wasn't allowing myself to see that it was even accessible to me. For me to be able to use money of mine towards me, are you crazy? Never. But she started to shift and she went, well, what if I could? What if that was possible for me? I've also had people get a notification from the bank. They make the decision in their mind they're going to take Millionaire, and then they get a notification from the bank that they have a line of credit just approved for $10,000. Oh my gosh. And then they invest in the program with the $10,000, and then the 10,000 comes back plus 20, plus 30, plus 40, plus 60, plus 100, etc. And I know many of you want to see evidence and proof of results that have happened in the programs. And if you want to go look at my YouTube channel, every single live event that I do this, I interview people. And I used to interview 4 to 6 people during these live events. Every single one of those people has invested in Millionaire or Modern Mentor. We have stories on that YouTube channel of people manifesting lump sums of money. 1.8 million, 1.9 million. We have people that have created multi-million-dollar businesses in a matter of months. We have people who are now making $100,000 a month that were in debt, couldn't even afford our program. So does this material work? Yes, if you work it. But I've never had anybody come up onto one of my live events and say, I never took the Millionaire program and I've become a millionaire. I haven't heard that. I'm open to it. I'm open to receive. I would love it. But I know that this program works. This really interesting thing happened in Toronto, Manifest Toronto. So I stood up there and I talked about my courses and my programs. And I said, does anybody have any questions? And a couple people raised their hand to ask questions. But then this thing started happening where everybody started raising their hand and I kept giving them the mic. And people in our community that were there out of a desire to want to be there got up on that mic and started talking about how different they are and how changed they are. They started talking about how much the Millionaire program changed their life. This work changed their life. How important that investment was, and it was a ricochet effect. The next person put up their hand, got on the mic, and talked about the course. I was absolutely speechless. And somebody actually did ask me, did you pay those people to do that? I was like, no, not at all. I was absolutely speechless because this is my life's work. This is my passion and my purpose. And so when I sit up here and I listen to every single person share how much their life has been changed, I'm so grateful I chose me. I'm so grateful I chose to believe in this work. I'm so grateful that I decided I'm worthy enough to create a course. I'm so grateful that I am bold and daring enough to get up here every single day and speak my truth out loud and to say, yes, this works. Because if I'd still be living in fear and I still didn't love myself and I didn't think that I was worthy and I didn't think I was good enough, none of those people would have gone onto that mic and shared how different their life is. So yeah, in this moment, this might be about you, but it's far greater than what's about you. It's about the impact that you're going to make on this world. It's going to be about who you become in this process and the way in which you impact the rest of the world through this work, right? It's so powerful. Jones, what a beautiful name. Jones just signed up for Millionaire Paid in Full. Let's celebrate Jones. Oh, you have no idea what's about to happen. Like, I don't know if Janet Hamilton is on here, but Janet Hamilton said something. If you're here, oh, she's here. She said something. We met in person at a retreat. I came to the retreat and I surprised them. They didn't even know I was going. And Janet Hamilton said to me, Kathleen, every time people sign up for your program, it makes me so emotional. I said, why? And she said, because they have no idea what they're about to experience within themselves. So she's coming from that place of joy and emotional, like her emotional state and the way she feels and loves and the connections you're going to make. The power behind it all is so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh, how do I say your name? Ophir? Ophir? Am I saying that right? I hope so. Ofir. Congratulations. I have something so beautiful I'm going to send you guys. So we got another 12 minutes if anybody else wants. I just signed up last night. Melissa signed up last night. Okay, Melissa will send you the gift too. Okay? You signed up last night with Lee and Deborah. Okay, we're going to send you the gift too. Make sure that we get that sent out to Melissa too. Okay, Lee? Beautiful. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so, so excited. Applied for financing. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to tell you. We do have an external financing option that is not with Diamond Academy. So what that means is there is a company, a third-party company that we work with, almost like it's a little bank called Ease, and they fund my programs. So I had to prove that my programs work in order for them to fund them. So I had to send in pages and pages and pages of testimonials, proof that people taking my courses are winning. And then they said, yes, Kathleen, we will fund this course and program. So they believe in it enough to fund it based on the testimonials. So what happens with this funding is you will essentially get funded through them. So you could do a 3 to 5 year term. You negotiate that with them. That's nothing to do with us. A certain interest rate, all those things. And then we receive the funding to pay for the program. And then you pay monthly installments to them, not to us. But they only fund our program. So it's not a personal loan for you to go on a trip. It's for you to take the course with us. Yeah. Kathleen, I was walking my dog and asking for a sign and my phone went off on my pocket and it was a video of you. Oh, there you go. Beautiful sign. So right now, Ease funding is only in US and Canada. Nope, you don't reach out to them directly, reach out to us. We have a link for you to sign up and we can support you. It's actually a link for you to fill out the form for funding. So it's an application and you fill it out yourself. So we won't know your personal information. So don't worry about that. All over the world, we have people sign up for different types of funding. So you can see what other options are available in the UK and New Zealand and Australia, things like that. We have a new member of our team, Leslie, actually, she's in Australia and we're so excited. And then the more we grow over the Australia and the New Zealand side, we'll start to have times where she can run some sessions and support people in different time zones, which we're really, really grateful for. Yeah, beautiful. How do I sign up again for the Millionaire Program? Oh, Karen. Many people stay in our community. We have a lot of people that stay. So after the 6 months, there's an alumni opportunity where you can stay in for as long as you want to stay in. Yeah, which is really beautiful. You want to sign up again. I love that. If you want the information on the funding, fill out the form here for success support and we will have somebody reach out to you. Yeah, we will absolutely have somebody reach out to you. Okay, did I answer all the questions? I've gone all in before and failed in another full-time purpose accelerator thing. Why will this work? That question is within you, okay? So you will only get out of the program what you put into the program. And I know, and every single testimonial that I share, any client wins or anything that we share, those people have invested, they've joined it and they've done it, which means they've showed up on my calls or watched the replays of my calls and they've gone through and executed the roadmap in the course. If you're going to sign up and not complete it, I can't guarantee you that you're going to achieve what many of these people have achieved because you didn't actually go through the personal growth and transformational journey. But one thing that I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt is that you will be well supported along your journey to ensure that you do the work. And my goal is not for you to sign up and then hope that you do it. Our goal is that you sign up and that you be supported
and wrapped up. So I want you right away to have an orientation. So I have a client enrichment coach, Deb Lays, who provides orientation sessions. You get a welcome email. We want you to get onto an embodiment session almost immediately if you can. After signing up, you get the course immediately. And then I want you to come on my live teaching or watch the replay immediately. We also recommend that you find an accountability partner within the community that you can start that partnership where you're asking each other, do you need any support? How can we keep each other accountable, which will help you get more results. The more embodiment sessions that you come on, the more plugged in you stay, the more your transformation will be. So you could hear with Rustin, right? People in the comments, they know who he is in the community. He's coming on the calls, he's growing, he's sharing, he's posting in the Facebook group. He's an active participant in his growth. And that is the one thing that I see the most of. So this program will change your life if you're an active participant in it. And our goal is to do that. Deb Lays will reach out after 30 days and see how you're doing in the program. And then she's there for you throughout the course of the program. And anybody on our team would be happy to support you anytime on the embodiment sessions, on my calls. The feedback that I get is that it's very, very supportive. So we don't want you to sign up and to never see you again. We want you to show up and we want to help you transform, baby. So if you go into this with the belief that this is the time, this is it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to show up, they're going to support me, we're going to be on this journey together, then that's what the outcome will be. But remember what Rustin was saying about 1,000 forms of fear. If you be driven by that, you're not going to make the decision, you're not going to join us, you're not going to be changed, and you're going to be on these events in a year or 2, 3 years from now, hearing other people share their wins and going, that could have been me. And I don't want you to feel that way. Everybody says, I should have signed up sooner. Happens all the time. I should have signed up sooner. Modern Mentor signs up, you can sign up anytime. Let's get going. Especially right now, the world needs mentors teaching this in this space more than ever before. The world needs people that are helping people to get healthier, to take care of their vessel for the longevity of who they are. The world needs people that are going to help you with your mental health, that are going to help you with your physical health, that are going to help you to manifest your dreams. It is needed. And any belief that there's too many people or it's too saturated is not real and it is not honest. It's like I always say, when I was a nurse, would you ever say there's too many nurses? It's saturated. No. It is one of the most needed professions, and mentorship is one of the most needed professions. That is something that I believe 100%. Coaching, mentorship, however you want to call it. It's very, very important. If you haven't gotten a hold of anybody on my team yet, if you're not understanding how to fill out the form or anything like that, just comment in the chat box and we will get you set up. We will get you set up. Oh my God, that just blew my mind. Would I ever say there's too many nurses? No. There's like 7 billion people in the world. Like, Bob was in business for 60 years. And how many people did he impact over those 60 years? Like, you couldn't even mentor 1% of the world probably if you even tried over your life's work, because there's so many people. Abundance. Yep. Okay. Yes, our embodiment sessions are facilitated by our manifestation mentors. Yes, they absolutely were. Yes, let us know what email you signed up for, because we can't help you if we don't know your info. And if you're on YouTube, you can always fill out the form on the link of any of our replays. It's called Success Support. Yeah. I will manifest the money. I did manifest 17,000 pounds for my nursing, so I will. Absolutely, Pauline, it's already done. It's already done. Okay, did I answer the questions that everybody asked me about Millionaire and Modern Mentor? I think I did. Yes. Okay, I got it. That's the truth. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to end today with a beautiful song. And this song actually came to me last night when I sent somebody a TikTok. And it's a little bit of a quieter song, a slower song. But I want you to get the message across. And the reason that I resonate with this song so much is the message with which they're saying. And I resonate with it from a personal feeling of what my call to good is here on this earth.
So the song that I actually heard the other day that resonated with me so much is called Fix You by Coldplay. And when I was listening to this, I got very emotional because, oh man, you aren't broken and you don't need to be fixed. But many of you think that you are and that you do. Okay? So the old me, I believed I was broken. I believed I needed fixing. I was a flaw. And so because of that, I hated myself and I didn't love myself. And so I sought getting fixed so that I would finally love myself. I sought getting fixed so that I would be worthy. So it was, okay, Kathleen, the world says that being fat is bad and it is wrong, so let's get skinny. Let's go on diets for 30 years and get skinny. But because the undertone was that I was broken and that there was something wrong with me and I felt shame and I felt guilt, it was this journey of overeating and binging and feeding the hate that I had for myself through food, or the starving myself, exercising like a crazy person, being super, super strict to try to fix the problem. But the problem became fixed when I decided to fix it in my mind. When I decided to no longer see being fat as a broken part of me, as a flaw. I actually think that it's so beautiful. My body is so beautiful. At 320 pounds, I fell in love with the body that I was in, and I stopped hating it. And then guess what? All the success I ever wanted came flooding to me. Absolutely flooding to me. I was magnetic because I removed the flaw in my mind. So when I listen to this song, I think I listen to it from my perspective of someone over here that is like, oh my God, all you got to do is fix yourself in your mind. That's it. Let it go. Right? And then over here, it's like, once you get to that place where that flaw is gone, you realize you can be anything you want to be, but you don't have to be trying to be something the world tells you to be. You can be whatever the heck you want. So now for me, my health is my number one priority. I prioritize my sleep. I prioritize rest days. I prioritize movement of my body. I prioritize fueling my body with nutritious food. This beautiful drink you guys are asking about, it's electrolytes, because I want to make sure that I have the electrolytes to get my body through the day in a beautiful way. You know, somebody asked me, like, how much weight have you lost, Kathleen? That doesn't matter. It means nothing. The number on that scale means absolutely nothing to my worth or to my value. I've thrown out the scale, so I don't even know the number, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It's well over 100 pounds, I'll tell you that, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the way I treat my body, from the thoughts to the feelings to the actions. I am on a weight neutral health journey. Weight neutral. Weight doesn't matter. You'll never see a before and after photo of me. I'm not a before. She was incredible and amazing then, and she's incredible and she is amazing now, this vessel. I just take care of her from love now. But that's what I mean by, like, do you need to be fixed? Okay, we're running out the 30 minutes. We got a couple minutes left. Anybody else that wants to sign up in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to send you a personalized little gift. But if you don't sign up in these 30 minutes, don't worry. You can sign up. This offer is available for you. You're just not going to get the special gift, but you can sign up anytime. So please reach out to my team. So this song, and why I want us to end with this, is because you can sing this song from your perspective to yourself. I'm going to fix you, which means I'm going to remove the flaws that are in my mind that are telling me that something is wrong with me, that something is broken, something needs fixing, okay? I see it from my perspective of, this is what I'm so grateful to be able to do, is to free you from the prison of your own mind and see and to show you just how much you can change anything you want about yourself anytime. So let's listen to this song together. If you have questions, if you have feedback, please send them to your manifestation mentor on my team. You can also email into info@diamondacademy.ca. Congratulations, everybody, for signing up, for coming into our community, into our energy. I am so, so grateful that you've listened. Oh, Tracy signed up too. Beautiful. I'm so grateful that you've listened, that you've been open to receive. And what if in 6 months your life is completely different? The what ifs and the positive, the what ifs and the positive. And then any men that are signing up, oh man, I cannot wait to give you the full curriculum of our embodiment sessions. I want my husband too, but he's in meetings. Oh, don't worry, Lisa. We can get your hubby in. Yeah. Oh, he would love this. Those embodiment sessions will be so good for him. Okay, let's drop the link one more time for people who are asking in the chat. So we will drop the links one more time. Thank you everyone for this 2 days spent together. I hope that you feel a little bit more worthy. I hope you feel a little bit more loved and supported. I hope you allow yourself to ask for help, all those things. We're here for you. Pamela, millionaire, 100%. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. She DM'd me privately, so I just saw it. Let's play the song and we'll see you